Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jordan and thank you so much for clicking on one of my bookish videos. Today I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing my monthly doing book stuff video, which is extra special this month because I'm going to be revamping and redoing my bookshelves. So if you are interested in seeing me do all the bookish stuff in this video, including a book mail haul, redoing my bookshelves and reorganizing them, and reading one of my most anticipated books of 2025, then keep on watching. Alright, so you know the drill. We have to start this video with my bookish sweatshirt merch of the video. It is the reader sweatshirt from the Common Room shop, which shout out to Bestie Hallie who runs this little bookish business. I love this sweatshirt so much. It has the cutest V-neck with this really nice material, and then reader is like raised and has this really cool texture. I love this sweatshirt. I wear it literally all the time and I take half of my pictures in it. And I just got new bee anthropology cup for my Magnolia Park bees and I'm loving my outfit in this video. Alright, so I also figured I would start this video out the way I normally do and do a little book mail book haul basically for the month of February and then this first week of March. But I wanted to start out with a very special piece of little bookish merch that I've been gifted recently from the Tote Library on Instagram, so I'll link their business below. This is one of their watercolor, this is the Water Lily Claude Monet tote bags. It is one of the most beautiful tote bags and just piece of artwork ever. I mean, look at that. And then they have the artwork also on the sides, which makes it look just so high-end. And then their little Tote Library logo on the back, which I love. The inside of this bag has so many different like compartments and it's just so high quality. And they also gifted me this little Tote Library pale blue water bottle, which I've been loving. So you are going to be seeing this tote bag probably in a lot of my videos. Every time I go to the bookstore, I will probably be wearing this in the future. I have a very special trip planned in April, a little bookish trip, and I already am like planning out my outfits, and this will be featured because it can hold so many books and it just looks so cute in every picture and with every outfit. So thank you to the Tote Library for this gifted bag. All right, so we are going to start with the two books that I bought in this past month. Both of them I had already read and I just wanted physical copies of. One, I already had the physical copy and I wanted the paperback, and that would be Funny Story by Emily Henry. I mean, look at the spine. Like, she is so stunning. I think this is my favorite Emily Henry spine for the paperbacks. Did I need the paperback copy? No, but I wanted to complete my collection. And honestly, I've been having the urge to reread Funny Story and just completely re-annotate. I really want to reread this before Great Big Beautiful Life comes out in April, and I want to re-annotate it. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this book, hopefully in an upcoming video. And then the other book that I bought for myself is Rebel Witch, which this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition and is honestly so beautiful. The front has this foiled cover that I'm so obsessed with. I love this series. I read it in my last reading vlog and it was the perfect way to wrap up this duology, and I just needed to have the physical book to match my hardcover of Heartless Hunter. I definitely can see myself rereading this series in the future. Okay, and now we have some book mail that I've gotten in the past few weeks, which, I mean, look at my face right now. Like, I cannot believe you're gonna see this lineup and be like, this is so crazy. Like, what did I do to deserve getting these books? I don't know, but I feel so insanely lucky because these are featuring three of literally my most anticipated favorite reads of 2025. And to start, I was sent a physical arc of My Friends by Frederick Bachman, which is so crazy. Thank you to Atria Books for this free copy. I have already read this book. I got the ebook arc back, I think in like December, and it's one of my favorite books of the year. It is so good. This is probably now my favorite book along with the Beartown series. If you know me, you know how much I love the Beartown series. That is like my top favorite, tied with Magnolia Parks, and having this arc in my hands is so crazy. crazy because when I started my Bookstagram, I would have never imagined I could read any of his books early or get sent a physical art, and I'm just so grateful. And I mean, the cover of this I think is so beautiful. It really reminds me of the Beartown covers in a way, and I already am preparing to do a reread of this book. I probably will do a vlog of it. I cannot wait to physically annotate this before I go and buy my own copy when it releases in May. So thank you to Atria Books. Next, we have Audre and Bash Are Just Friends, which was kindly gifted to me by Little Brown & Co. Young Readers. So thank you to them. This is by Tia Williams, and this is her new upcoming young adult romance release. Audre is the daughter of the main character in 7 Days in June, and I'm so excited she's getting her own book. If you know me, you know that I love young adult romances so much. Sometimes I swear I love them more than adult romances. I love Tia Williams' writing, so I'm super excited to read this one. It comes out in May, so I'm going to be reading it probably within the next month. Next is another crazy one, Oathbound by Tracy Dion. I feel like if you've been watching these videos for the past few months, you know that I have not stopped talking about how excited I am about the release of Oathbound, and SimonTeen kindly sent me this free copy. So thank you so much to them. This is crazy. This is one of my favorite young adult fantasy series of all time. I think it is so unique, so fresh, just completely different from the entire fantasy genre. It sticks out to me constantly. I'm about halfway through reading it right now. I am filming it for a reading vlog that hopefully will be out at the end of this month, but I'm absolutely loving it, and I just can't get over this cover. I mean, look at Bree's hair and the ether. It's crazy. I'm loving it. I feel so lucky. My friend just met Tracy, and I think she got me another signed copy of this, and I'm so excited. Okay, finally and literally this just showed up, so I'm still feeling very emotional about it, and it was perfect timing for this video. I have Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. Tor Books, thank you for dealing with my begging for the past 8 months and my constant emails. I am so endlessly grateful. I read this e-arc a few weeks ago and absolutely loved it. It met every expectation. Every review I've heard has been amazing, and I knew it was going to be amazing, and it blew me away. I have not stopped thinking about this book since I read it. All I wanted was a physical art copy. I want to reread this so bad. I want to physically annotate it, and I cannot wait to post my review. I also feel like I'm going to do a reading vlog for this for my reread coming up before the release in June, so keep an eye out for that. This was like the one arc I wanted in 2025. I feel so grateful and so lucky. So thank you so much to the besties at Tor Books for sending me this book. This is, I think, her best work, and I cannot wait for everyone to read it in June. All right, so that is the little book mail book haul for the past couple of weeks, and now we are going to get into the next part of the video, which is me redoing my bookshelves, which I've been wanting to do for literally so long, and I love how they turned out. You are going to see me building a little bit, reorganizing, get ridding books, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this part. New shelves. I just finished building them. I don't have enough room, so I had to make another corner, but that is quite okay. I'm honestly really happy with them. This is the current situation. So This is gonna be really interesting. I don't feel like reorganizing this. I don't feel like going through all of this, but I'm at least gonna put some in the shelf. I don't know where to start, so. Okay, so you saw probably a few clips of me setting up this new shelf, which is my rotating shelf from Fly City Mall, and I figured I would give a quick update of what I have on here currently because I'm super excited. I've been wanting this shelf for so long after seeing a few of my friends get it, and it's honestly perfect. This is the 4-tier shelf. It holds honestly a really good amount. So up top, the top shelf, I have some of my physical TBR. I don't know why I moved some of these books from my TBR card to here, but I just thought they looked better. So I have the Bridge Kingdom series, which I just got, and I am planning to read soon. And then I have the second half of the Red Rising trilogy. Then I have the first 2 books of the Defy the Night trilogy, and then the new Percy Jackson, a bunch of books that I've already read and loved that I thought would look beautiful here. Intermezzo, A Little Life, a few of my arcs that are very beloved, The House on the Cruel Sea, Somewhere Beyond the Sea, The Life Impossible. So this is what it looks like. And the bottom shelf, I do have a few books here that I want to read, hardbacks that I just kind of fit in. On the bottom shelf, I just have a few arcs that I was recently sent that I absolutely adore. I need to move everything here, but honestly, it looks really good in this corner here. So shout out to my brother for letting me put my bookshelf in his room. I think it looks really good with his bed, and I'm excited to film some videos here. So yeah, thank you to Fly City Mall for the free bookshelf. I'm so obsessed. It honestly holds so many books, and it's such a good space saver. As you can tell from this entire video, I do not have a lot of space here, and so I'm trying to come up with new innovative ways to store my books. And this is perfect because it doesn't take up that much room, and it honestly fits a lot, especially with rotating. Super pretty. So I am gonna have my link and my code in the description if you want to check out this shelf. Okay, so you have been watching me redo and set up these bookshelves in my room, my book corner. Honestly, I've been working on this for like the past 2 weeks. I figured I would give you a little talk through. I cannot film me in front of them because the angle is terrible, so we're just gonna do it this way. So first of all, the top shelf makes me so happy. This is my Magnolia Park Jessa Hastings shelf. I have some of my special editions and then all of the different copies of her book. And then I also have Emily Henry and Allie Hazelwood up top. And then on the other side, I have Frederick Bachman and Kristen Hanna, who are my other favorite authors. We're gonna do it this way. We'll do one bookshelf at a time. So this is my big bookshelf. I have the Addicted series, and then I have all of my favorite romance books that I wanted to showcase. So good with the white bookshelf. I'm so happy. And then now we get down to fantasy. So obviously we have Sarah J Maas to the left, and then the Belladonna series, and then you can't tell, but I have all of my Stephanie Garber books there. I'm trying to figure out how to like better display all of them because I have so many beautiful special editions, but I just love the Belladonna special editions I have with my little wisteria tree. I'm obsessed. And then I have Miss Saba Tahir and Ember in the Ashes and my signed copy of Air that Bestie Catherine got for me. And then we have my basically Shadowhunters shelf. I'm also so obsessed with this. I love that it basically takes up the whole shelf. And then I have other very, very beloved books to me, which is the Legendborn Cycle series and the Crimson Moth series, and I have saved a space for Oathbound. And then we get down to another beloved. If you can't tell, this is like my favorites bookshelves now. So in the corner we have R.F. Kong, then we have E. Schwab, then we have Chloe Gong, and then we finish up with my favorites of Leigh Bardugo. We have a few of my favorite arcs that I was sent last year that I wanted to showcase. And then, like I said, this is my Kristen Hanna, Frederick Bachman shelf, which I love. And then I have my Olivey shelf with Sally Rooney, which is an interesting combination, but I have so many Olivey books and I kind of wanted her to like have her own little shelf. Then I have a bunch of random fiction books I like and Taylor Jenkins Reid and my Marshmallows. Then I have my young adult favorites, so Alice Osman and Jenny Han. Heartstopper and the Summer I Turned Pretty series remain my favorite. Then we have some of my nonfiction favorites, randomly like some classics, and then randomly some more young adult favorites, Holly Jackson. And then finally, my Brandon Sanderson shelf, which is also acting to weigh down the bookshelf. I literally love it so much. I love the white shelves so much more. They also make the room like a lot less dark. And I try to take off like a bunch of my Jellycats. And I also downsized, so it's not as cluttered. You probably can't tell, but it's a lot less cluttered in my corner of the room. And I moved it, so I just have my like immediate TBR shelf right here. Hello, it is currently Monday, February 17th, and I am about to start the first book of this video, which is none other than Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. This was very, very, very kindly gifted to me by Tor Books. I love you guys. And if you know me, you know, honestly, since before I started my Bookstagram, but especially since I started my Bookstagram, Olivia is one of my top favorite authors. So getting an early copy of this honestly was like, I made it. Like, I screamed when this showed up. I have a really, really good feeling that this is going to be a top book of the year for me. I have loved every single one of her books that I've read. Gifted and Talented is a type of dark fantasy, magical realism book, which is her typical genre. My understanding is it is about 3 siblings who are all children of this huge like tech billionaire. They all are brought back together when their father dies and there's a will. I think they're fighting over like whoever is going to be his like main heir. It's marketed as the pipeline of gifted child to clinical depression adult, which I think is absolutely genius, and I'm so excited. This comes out April 1st, so I'm hoping by the time I post this video there'll only be like 2, maybe 3 weeks left until this book comes out, and then you can go run and get it immediately. So let's start. Hello, happy Friday. I have been reading Gifted and Talented, but you have not been seeing me reading it because I've been sick the past few days, and honestly I did not read much of this. I want to read it when I'm feeling good because I'm loving it. I'm here for a quick update. I have been reading on my Kindle and I just checked. I now am on chapter 24, page 210, which is about 45% through the book, so I'm getting close to halfway. My goal is to finish it this weekend. Olivia's writing is just so next level. Like, the way that she describes things and such like mundane things, but she also makes it so like intellectual, is crazy. The writing in this is absolutely gorgeous. My favorite part so far, I have to say, is the 3 main characters, the siblings. They are all some of the most morally gray, complex characters ever, but they are so intriguing. They are dealing with so much, and they all have these really complex flaws and issues internally that they've like never worked on, and now they're dealing with the death of their father and the emotions. We have not even gotten to the part where they are dealing with the will and their father's legacy and whoever's gonna inherit their father's business, which is like the whole premise of this book. So I will say the build-up is really good because I'm dying to know what is actually in this will and what like is gonna happen and how they're gonna fight over it. But I think Olivia is really wonderfully building up the tension between these 3 main characters and their father, just all of the background trauma and issues that they have going on, so that when you do get to the point of them contesting or fighting the will or whatever it's gonna be, you just know that things are gonna blow up. So far I'm loving this. I'm having the best time, and I have a really, really good feeling about this one. So I'm going to be reading it now for the next few days, and hopefully I can finish it this weekend. Hello, happy Thursday. I am coming to you as usual a few days after finishing my book. I finished Gifted and Talented, I think on Monday or Tuesday. I've been thinking about it and formulating my thoughts. I absolutely loved it. I am very confident this is going to be a favorite book of the year. I already want to reread it. I have a feeling that this is going to be a lot of people's new favorite All People League book. For me personally, I think it's now my favorite, if not tied for my favorite, which is so interesting because I would say right now my favorite Olivia book is Alone with You in the Ether, and this is so different than Alone with You in the Ether. This definitely reminds me a lot more of the Atlas 6, kind of with the very smart, not necessarily dark academia, but these genius magical people vibes and the morally gray characters. In that way, it also is very similar to One for My Enemy with the morally gray and really complex immoral characters. But I just think that this is her best work yet. The writing is so fantastic. It just felt so genius. It made me feel intelligent reading it. It also made me slow down and really take in the story. I just love the way she writes. You can just tell how brilliant she is. And I think that writing style really fit with this book in particular because of the characters. So you have Meredith, who's the eldest daughter, who is a genius, who basically has scammed her way into becoming this billionaire with this huge company. Then you have Arthur, who is the middle child, forgotten one politician, who's really struggling, trying to live up to his dream of basically changing the world as a politician. And then you have, I cannot say her last name, or her name. I can't say her name, but the youngest is Elida. She is someone who suffered a career-changing, ending injury as a ballerina, professional ballerina, and she's really been struggling with not only connecting with her older siblings, but her relationship with her father. It just was so good. Basically, this book is about happiness and how it's the human experience for us to try and reach and find happiness no matter what. And I think the concept of the chirp, which basically is this like antidepressant to the max, is so smart in terms of showing that these billionaire, very rich, very smart, very successful people are still struggling with finding their ideal amount of happiness. It just was so timely. I think a lot of the dialogue about our current political atmosphere and really the role that we all play in current events, but also in connecting with each other and helping other people out and our role in other people's happiness was just wonderful. And as always, I think that Olivia just writes life, relationships, and humanity and really parses it down to the thing that connects us all, which is just being a human being and all of the emotions that we feel and the morality issues that we all deal with. And it was wonderful. So please, 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 if you like Olivia Blake's writing, if you liked any of her books, definitely check this out when it comes out on April 1st. I am going to be screaming about this book because I think it is so, so well done. And I can't believe we get another book from her this year. We are being fed. This is like a 6 stars for me, 100%. All right, so that is the end of this little book stuff video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. I have been filming it for the past month as I worked on revamping and redoing my bookshelves, and I had a lot of fun. I feel like it's always fun when you get to get new bookshelves and reorganize, and I read one of my favorite books of the year in this video. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more of my bookish videos in the future, please subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.